Welcome to FFT Open Prime Time, your Week 3 report. Of course, I'm going to crank this sucker out in less than 4 minutes, so let's get it going. Your top 5 teams this week. Leading the way, Todd Alexander, a longtime member of this league, 179.9. I hope that name Rickyisms is a shout out to my Ricky Williams. All right. Scott Kobe, second, has been with us since the start. He's played in every league I have offered since we started this thing. 176.42 in second this week. Jonathan Cormier comes in at 173.02 to take third. The last two teams on the list needed these scores. Both had started 0-2. Both get their first wins with big numbers this week. Carlo and Rodney, another longtime member of this league at 169.8, and Nicholas at 168.62. Oh, yeah! We like the big scores around here. Moving on to your best teams roster, Todd Alexander, the Rickyisms. You know, it's not the 200 plus that we saw last week, but it's a big time number, 178.9 in a down week. You can see really no holes on the roster. A lot of teams, the kicker obviously was 6 points. Everyone else is in double digits. Leading the way, Devonta Smith with 30.9, and apparently the league's best tight end these days, Mark Andrews, 28.9. If you've been listening to my main man, Heath Cummings, he's been telling you for years that Mark Andrews could be the best tight end in the league, and apparently he was right. Moving on to your closest game of the week, a nail biter. Mike and John over in the Peyton division, going back and forth. Look at the separation. 0.14 points separating these two teams. John actually is the Dallas Cowboys defense. Mike is sitting on his 113.2. The Cowboys defense is projected for 14.4 points. So both of these knew that it's probably going to be a real tight game late into last night. Cowboys defense ends up with only 11 points, meaning John loses by just 0.16. Crazy. If you look at this, 22 different games, 15% of all games played this week were decided by 2 points or less. It was a close week, a low scoring, closer week. We had 3 games each in the Dickerson division and the Rice division decided by 3 points. So some hard losses this week, I get it, and some nail-biting wins. Congratulations to those who came through on the right side of luck this week. Looking at your roster, which maybe wasn't as successful this week, my man Bernard over there and the Super Saints 504 team, 60.6 points. He actually had a tough pick. He had to decide whether to start Herbert or go with Flacco at 1 o'clock. He went Flacco. Flacco stinks to join up. Not that Herbert was much better. Ironically, Jonathan Taylor, second straight week on the lowest score in the league. Very interesting. And no more Jalen Waddle unless you guys know I like my Dolphins. Get him off the list. People, if you're going to start Jalen Waddle, make sure your team scores the high points so we can put him on that one. Now, top 5 this season. Ben maintains his lead at the top, 3-0, 500 points scored already through 3 weeks. Juan moves up into second place, making his first appearance in the top 5, 504 points with his 3-0 start. Doug Jacobson moves from 5th up to 3rd, 489 points for his 3-0 start. Mike and Scott come in at 4 and 5, making their first appearance in the top 5 of the season. Finally, Team Name Tuesday. Going with Ray Finkel's Revenge, Brent over in the Shula division. Look, I don't know if you guys remember this from one of my all-time favorite movies, Ace Ventura. The Super Bowl is Ace is trying to get Dan Marino to the game is the Dolphins against the Eagles. And guess what? After week 3, there are just 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL. The Dolphins and the Eagles. We can dream, can't we? Maybe, just maybe, this Dolphin fan can get this Super Bowl back to Miami and we can see this thing again. I do want to say before I end a Team Name Tuesday, pandering to this host works really well. John in the white division decided to change his team name this last week. Hopefully he was watching the video. No, I love my Dolphins. No, I love my Tua. Changes his name to Tua Time. John, whether you meant to do that or not to get on the show, it worked. You're on the show. Always changing things to Dolphin-centric works with this guy. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys playing along. You know I love this league. This league is so much fun, and it's only fun because all of you are part of it. I wish you great success in week number